This Gutenberg tutorial is all about creating a personal trainer site with a Gutenberg free template. This is the template we're going to install in this tutorial. You can see it's a one-page site, and I would recommend that. Your customers will thank you, and you also have much less to design. It's a little bit more simple to navigate. They just click whatever in the heading, and it jumps down to the spot in the page where the specific block is. You can also look at different color schemes right in the browsing section. So I will leave a link in the video description if you want to play around with some of the different color schemes. You can also change the font right in the on the site. So you can do that even before you start the tutorial to kind of get an idea of what you want to do, and then you go ahead and you change the photos and you're ready to go. You also don't have to be limited to just this template in the tutorial. You will have the opportunity to do several other templates. If you want to do a several page site, there's this nutritionist one, there's this here's the personal trainer one, here's a yoga instructor one. So this tutorial will use this one, but you don't have to be limited to that. If you like a different one or a 5-page site, you could do that too. All right, so the steps in this tutorial are to get hosting, to install SSL, which is the lockbox in the address bar, install the theme and plugins, install the template, and customize the template. So to get started with step 1, which is get hosting, I just want to share a little bit about the host that I use, which is SiteGround. So SiteGround to me is kind of like the Goldilocks of hosting, which is just the right amount of hosting. It's not cheap hosting where you're completely on your own, and it's not overly hosted WordPress where there's no control and it's very expensive. You also get free backups for a month. So if you get hacked, you just roll back a week or something. You get free email accounts. And I will leave a link in the video description on how to set that up. And you get chat support, which is great. I also made a video about that. And it's one of the 3 hosts recommended by WordPress.org. So they're kind of a big deal. So for step 1, let's go ahead and get hosting. I have a incognito window open so that I'm like a fresh user. This is the SiteGround page. I will leave a link in the video description to visit SiteGround. And if you use that link, you pay the same amount, but you also can thank me for making this free resource. If you're using WordPress hosting, you can just use this one. And if you are doing multiple sites, you probably want to start with this one. Or if you're doing one site, you probably want to start with this one. You can always upgrade. So you go ahead and start with this one site. Just going to go ahead and put in a random domain just so that we can get an idea of the pricing. This is going to be your SiteGround email and password, not your WordPress one. We'll be installing WordPress, and we will have a login and password for that too. So you enter your information. You don't need to do site scanner. You may want to do domain privacy. So you can see right now you got 12 months with the domain. It's around $7 a month. So after you pay that, we are going to go ahead and install the WordPress site. And I will do that from my WordPress account, so I don't have to create a new account. So I'm going to go to websites and new website. And you would either do new domain or you might already have the domain ready to go. And I'm just going to do a temporary domain for this tutorial. Start a new website. And I'm just going to do regular WordPress. All right, this is where we put in our email. Put in a password. And it asks if I want to add that. No thanks. Go ahead and finish that. You do get a free security plugin with SiteGround. You also get, like I said, free backups. So you don't really have to worry too much about if your password's pretty good and it's not like 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the biggest concern with WordPress, is using a weak password. So make sure that that's good. And okay, we installed the WordPress site. Now we can go to the site. So you can see it's a blank site. If you have trouble getting to your site, go to your websites in your SiteGround account and then just click this link here. If it hasn't propagated through all the DNS servers yet, that's an easy way to do it. So to log into your site, go to the end of your domain, put a / wp-login.php. That's / wp-login.php. Now we're going to use that same login that we did when we installed WordPress. All right, so we got our WordPress starter from SiteGround. We're not going to need that, so I'll just hit exit. And here is your WordPress dashboard, which is a cleaner dashboard from SiteGround. If you want to use the default dashboard from WordPress, you click this, or go back to the simplified dashboard here. All right, so first thing we need to do is install SSL, which is the lock in the address bar. So to get that lock in the address bar, we are going to make sure you have your WordPress dashboard open and your SiteGround open. So go to Site Tools in your SiteGround settings under Websites. And next, we're going to go to Security, SSL Manager. Choose your domain, choose Let's Encrypt, and Get. This is a free SSL that's included with all SiteGround hosting. Okay, SSL has been installed, and we can see it down here. It says active. So let's go back to the our WordPress site, and let's go to Settings, General. And then we're going to add an S to the HTTP to both URLs. And then scroll down and save it. Once you save it, you'll be kicked out of your site and you'll have to log back in. But when you log back in, it will have the lock in the address bar. Okay. Great, so we got our SSL installed. Now we just need to install the plugins and the theme. So go to Appearance, Themes, Add New, type Astra, and it's this first one here, Free Theme, activate. All right, now that we're using the Astra theme, let's install the plugins that we need. Plugins, Add New, Astra Starter. Go ahead and install, activate. This one is required. The other ones are just suggested. So this one's called, the next one's called Ultimate Add-ons. That'll give you a lot of nice blocks. It's made by the same people. Make Astra. Right here. Install. Activate. Okay. Looks like it jumped to that. So go back to plugins, add new, and SEO Press, all one word. This is a nice SEO plugin. Install, activate. All right. And at this juncture, if you want to use an Elementor template, you can install the Elementor page builder. And I will also leave a link for Elementor Pro if you want to upgrade to Pro. But this tutorial uses Gutenberg templates, so we don't need to do the Elementor plugin. All right, next step is installing the template site. So go to Appearance, Starter Templates. Okay, build your website now. Here's the Gutenberg. Scroll down to the one you want. Where is it? Here we go. And once again, you have the option to, once I hit, you have the option to upload your logo here. And then here are the theme colors we can adjust. And you can adjust the fonts here. I'm just going to go with the default colors. Continue. You don't have to put anything in there. You don't have to share data. And submit. If this doesn't work the first time, you might have to update the plugin. So go to your plugins and click update. One of the times where I did this, it didn't work because I didn't have the most recent version. All right, so we got our site. Let's exit to the dashboard, take a look at it, visit site, and we have our one-page site. So now we are at the stage where we are going to customize the site. So to customize this page, you just hit Edit Page here at the top, or you go to the dashboard and you go to Pages. And this is the page here that it installed. Click Edit. And it opens up the Gutenberg page editor. There are a ton of Gutenberg tutorials. If you want to do something specific, I would recommend doing something like Gutenberg search plus the question that you have. And that will usually get you going on the right path. But to change a block, you would click the block and simply type over it. So they get you going pretty good here. To see what the block is, we use this list view at the top. And that'll give you kind of the tree layout of what's going on. So you can see that this photo in the background is the cover block. And you can see that the cover block has a name here. So if you go down to Advanced, and then here you have the HTML anchor home, and that's what's used in the nav bar to navigate to that. So you can see that each one has its, under the list view, has the nav bar link sort of already listed. And then within that group block, say we went down to the training, we have a column block. And then within those columns, we have a heading and a paragraph. And then in the other column, we have a group block with a paragraph. So that's kind of how you would get going to edit these things. You can also see the group block here. You go over to the side, you get more settings. So here's the color, the background color that they used. And you can also get information for each block when you click it, like the heading. You can also adjust some of the settings here. All right. So that's kind of how to navigate the Gutenberg page editor. This contact form at the bottom of the page, they didn't put in a contact form. Anyway, I have a video in the video description about doing a contact form. If you are interested, you can do a contact form with that video. You just install one more plugin and then you can connect it to your SiteGround email. I would also, if you don't want it to be that complicated, just put in an email here, create an email on your SiteGround account, and then, which is also in the video description, and then you can just have them email you and put in like you could just, that way they don't have to fill out the contact form. All right, so after we get our, we also want to adjust the, I also want to show you how to adjust the header. So let's get out of here, go to Appearance, Customize. And these are the Astra theme options where you would adjust the header. So you go to Header Builder, you see you have 3 rows to deal with. So right now we're working with a transparent header at the top or a black header. Not really sure, but you just click the widget. You want to adjust the logo. Over here, where behind my camera is the primary menu, you click that. And we have a configure menu from here. Primary menu is the one, edit menu. And then here are the links. So notice how when I click the About Me, the thing that they wrote in the HTML tag that I showed you in the advanced, they use the exact same wording, only they added the # or hashtag. So this word has to match the section word, the block, and then they have to add this # or hashtag. So this is what connects you to the section where it jumps to. So every single one works. This testimonial one doesn't work because there's no testimonial section. Oh yeah, there is. Okay. So if you want to actually add a testimonial, so if you want it like your header to have like subheadings, you would just drag them over. But if we wanted to actually add a testimonial block, let me show you how to do that real quick. I'm going to go to my page, edit, and now I'm going to go down to the testimonial section, do it like this. Here. And I'm going to add a block to it by doing insert after or insert before. Say I did, and then the type of block that I want is the testimonial block, and that's part of the ultimate add-ons that I was talking about. So you can see you got like a whole thing here. You can adjust the colors here. So you can use this testimonial block. To see all of the blocks, you just add a new one and browse all, and they'll appear over here. So you can add in a video, make a YouTube video, put that in as a block. Here's the ultimate add-ons, the purple ones. So all of these things are available to you to add to your page, but this template is just getting you started. This tutorial is getting you started. Go back to the list view here. Yeah. So that's pretty much it for this personal trainer tutorial, personal trainer site using a free Gutenberg template. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave them in the description. If you found this helpful, check out my resources. Also, always appreciating a like and subscribe if you found this helpful. Thanks.